Hello, Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench. Another kit review today, and I'm doing this review purely because it's a brand new kit and I had it on my pre-order list and it came in, so I thought I'd show you all. This is the 148 scale B-24J Liberator from Hobby Boss. As some of you will know, some of my old subscribers, you know I got the 1/32 scale when that came out, and that kit, to be honest, is a bit of a dog. Let's just hope this one is better. I've had a quick look inside just to see a couple of things, and a couple of things are better, but there's some bits I can't see because obviously I want to unpack it all in front of you. But the kit number is, where is the kit number? It's here somewhere. The kit number is 81774. It's depicting a B-24J. No doubt they'll do a D as well, maybe a H. We shall see. But far more manageable size than the 32nd scale, and lots of aftermarket out there, and of course all your vehicles and all that you can get in 48 scale for support. You know, far better in many respects than the 32nd scale kit. So all we've had up to now in 48 scale is the good old monogram kit, which shape wise and size wise I believe is perfect, but it is getting very old in stuff now. It's raised panel lines and, you know, sort of very soft detail and stuff. But as I say, those old monogram kits, you know, you had the B25, the B24, the B26, you had the A20 series in 148 scale, the B29, the B17, you know, all shape wise really nice, pretty much. You know, these in this modern day and age, things are a lot worse than they were back then as far as overall shape and accuracy goes, but which is very surprising. I mean, one to take I mean, the 1/32 scale Liberator is bad enough, but probably the biggest dog on the block of all is the Hobby Boss A26. What a complete and utter joke that kit is. So yeah, absolutely diabolical. So let's see what this one's like. It says here with full interior, which they all do. I mean, even the monogram kit had full interior. The length is 430 millimeters, wingspan 694, so it's not small. It's a big old model. I actually prefer the B24 to the B17 in some respects. But there we go. You can see on the box here we've got CAD images, which mean absolutely nothing, because all of this here might be covered in ejector pin marks, stupid assemblies, seam lines everywhere. You know, CAD models don't really show you what's going on. Really what we want to see is the plastic parts, like Revell do. And you can see we've got turrets here. They're showing them clear. Hopefully they are clear. If you remember, on the 32nd scale, they managed to frost the turrets over. What? We've got plastic undercarriage. I'm not sure they're going to be strong enough, but we shall see. And then we've got some full cockpit interior, the instrument panels and everything. No doubt the aftermarket are going to jump all over this. Full Bombay detail there by the look of it. And they've got some words there all about it. So if you want a freeze frame, you can read all that there and go from there. So, end of the box, basically artwork the same as the front. And then the sides of the box here, you can see we've got three options. We've got two in the olive drab over grey, and then one in bare metal. And then here's some Chinese information about it, and then here's some descriptions about the model kit. It's not suitable for under 14s and everything. And you can see we've got our kit number there. Main material is plastic, styrene. And there we are, same on the other side. So let's crack this box open. I've got a sanding sponge there, because if the box is flat, as you can see, the light reflects. If I just lift it up a touch, then it's good. Very nice box. That's one thing nice about all these Trumpeter, Hobby Boss, you know, I Love kit, the whole Trumpeter range. Nice, tough, thick, corrugated boxes, fantastic packaging. And if you remember, I recently did a review of the 1/35 scale Akagi from Border Model, and I commented there that, yeah, everything was just chucked in the box. Somebody commented on there, I think they took the comment away because I think it disappeared, but they said, how do you know they just chucked it in the box? My terminology, I mean, they may have placed it very carefully in the box. You know, they may have put it in the box like this. They may have chucked it in the box. My terminology means when it says chucked in the box, it's just a load of sprues in a box rattling around. Some manufacturers put all the sprues in one box, in one bag, and then give you a massive box, so it's all wrapped around, sliding against each other, getting damaged. And that is not going to be happening in this kit, because as you can see, the kit is actually filling the box up. So when you put the box lid on, it's actually keeping the kit all together, and it's sensibly packaged. So here we have obviously our typical Hobby Boss style, trumpeter style instructions. We have colour call outs here. So we have one olive drab version there. That's the box front there, quite colourful with the red and white flashes. And then here we've got version 2, which again has a massive nose art on the side. And then here we have the bare metal one for those that are brave enough to do it. So, and then we've got some advertisements here. So you can see here they're showing you the kit you've just bought. Thank you. We've got a German Panzerträgerwagen. So that's they put a tank in there and use it as a tank while it's running on the trains, I suppose, rather than just a transport. And here we have a PLA ZDQ-15 light tank in 35th scale. Yeah. So there we go. So that's the bits and pieces. And then in the bag, obviously, individually wrapped sprues, all very nicely done. You know, like I say, much better than the border model, because they're all being held in the box, they're not just floating around, and the box itself is much better quality as well. However, the kit I think will be a different story. Border model kits I find are superb. So as you can see, everything individually packed, and this is what I mean about not being chucked in. It's carefully packaged, it's got the foam around there so that nothing gets damaged, and also having all the sprues individually bagged, and they can slide around like that. You can imagine if those sprues weren't bagged, everything would get caught up. Got the tail planes there, elevators, fins, rudders, lower wings. Okay, very, very nice. You'll also remember I recently reviewed the Airfix 1/72nd scale B-24J. 2 sprues in one bag there, but that's absolutely fine because they're holding each other together. We have propellers. I hope the propellers are the correct diameter because they were too small on the 1/24th. Engines, which just like, sorry, 1/32nd. Engines which, just like the 1/32nd, look quite pathetic, although we do have the dual rows, so that's good. Turbo superchargers there for the exhausts. Intakes look quite nice. Main wing spar, that's nice and strong. And then we've got lots of the interior parts there. And then here we have, again, small parts all individually bagged. Not individually, bagged together, but wrapped up so nothing gets damaged. And you can see through there, you can see there's some, well, you'll see in a minute because I'll get them all out. And then here, again, this is what I'm talking about, the fantastic packaging that they do. You can see here we have a separate box to put your pizza in. We've got more interior parts there. We've got some, I'm assuming that's clear parts wrapped up in the foam. More interior parts individually bagged and wrapped. Vinyl tyres, yuck. Vinyl, ammunition belts. More clear parts wrapped in foam. Very nice. Photo etch. More plastic parts. Full mask set. So that's a nice touch. We'll see if that's die cut in a minute. And our decal sheet, which, my experience, decals from Hobby Boss are horrible. But we shall see. So there we go. Nice to see they've got the decals facing down. So we'll have a look at this, and we'll have, first of all, we'll start by having a look at the instructions, and then we will go from there. Now, do I need to keep the ZAMP camera up there, or shall I zoom it in a bit? Let's get that out of the way. Let's zoom the camera in. Okay, so, okay, we'll go out a little touch from there, and now we can get the light on, because there we are, that's better, because we don't have the horrible reflections going on. So as you can see, B-24J Liberator, we have full sprue call outs here, very, very nice, so you can check all your parts off against that. So we're starting off by painting up the interior. So they're telling you here to use interior green. I can't remember now, I've got a mental block, but I'm not sure if these should have been interior green or bronze green. Be careful, check your references. Interior green H58 is a perfect match. And then you've got neutral grey for the Bombay, which is the same as I've done on my B17. Then we've got oxygen bottles going together, lots of bits of piping and bottles and all sorts of stuff going in here. As you can see, adding guns right at the beginning, don't do it. Put the bottom part in, but don't fit the gun. You don't really want that gun sticking out all the way during assembly, do you? It's just silly. And then we've got the other side going together here, and then adding the guns. So we've got lots of pipework and stuff going into the bomb bay. It looks to be very, very detailed, and it will be very, very nice as long as it's not covered in ejector pin marks. We shall see in a minute. And then we've got the this is the cockpit floor. No, that's the bomb bay. That's the bomb bay roof there. You've got the lower section of the wing there. So that's the bomb bay roof. You've got that structure going in there. It's all looking very, very nice. Again, as long as it's not covered in ejector pin marks, we're going to be good to go. And then we're adding in the centre spars and the bomb racks. Main undercarriage going together. Oh, sorry, front undercarriage, that is. Vinyl tire, yuck. Resin wheels called for, I think, on this one. And then we've got the main undercarriage bay, the front undercarriage bay going together. Some side support. It looks like it's a downscale of the 32nd scale kit, to be honest. Got the little seat going in there. Then more and more of the cockpit going together. It does look very much like the 32nd scale. And then we've got, this is where the ball turret's going to be, in there. Seats going in, instrument panel, with the bulkhead behind the instrument panel. Ammo bins going into the nose area there, adding some bombs. We've got 12 bombs, so that's cool. So you can load her up if you want to. Get yourself some resin wheels with some nice flat spots if you're having her loaded up, because the tyres would have been flattened. Interior area there for the forward turret, and then we've got some rear supports going in there. Nice to see we don't have to put the turrets in yet. Hopefully we can bring the fuselage to house together and add the turrets later. Got this piece going in here for the ball turret. Remember on the B-24 the ball turret retracted, so you've got those scallops in there for the guns to actually go into. And then here it looks like we're starting work on one of the turrets. That looks to be the nose turret. And then we've got the ball turret. It's quite a simple construction. Got all the masking positions here, so that's cool. All the masking positions there. This is the main frame for the ball turret. It'd be nice to see if it's actually retractable or if you just have to put it all in. Remember, if the turret is green inside, I'm not sure that it is, but remember if it is, then spray it green first before you spray the grey on there. I don't know why they're telling us to paint it silver. I would have thought it would have been grey as to match the underside, unless you're doing the bare metal version, obviously. So again, check your references. We've got the rear turret going together there. So you've got the front turret, so you do have to put the turrets in before you put the fuselage halves together, which is unfortunate, but often unavoidable. So there we have some panels going. We've got a bomb bay doors open, bomb bay doors closed, and gear open. We've got masks to mask off this bomber's lookout area, and then we're building up the upper turret. I hope they've got that correct, because I know the 32nd scale one is wrong. And then we've got all that masks for the main canopy. Very nice. I wouldn't suggest masking the canopy before you put it on, because if you do happen to get some cement on there, it's going to capillary under the mask and ruin your canopy. Undercarriage bays, a complete undercarriage bay going up, and then that's going to slot into the wing, building the wing up, adding the flaps and the ailerons. Looks like they're not showing us an option to have flaps down or anything, but I'm sure you could if you wanted to. Turbo superchargers going into the bottom of the engine fairings there, bolting them onto the wings. Engines going together, so we've got a I thought I saw, okay, so it's engine halves. Alright, sorry, I thought we saw two engine rows. Did the Liberator, I don't think the Liberator had double row engines, did it? Or did it? I can't remember now. I honestly can't remember. I'm having a terrible day for memory. But yeah, so we've got some PE ignition parts going on there. Very, very simplistic looking engines, as we just saw them on the spruce. So maybe some aftermarket, although you can't really see a lot of them in behind those deep cowlings. And then we've got vinyl tyres, yuck, going onto our wheels. We've got undercarriage legs. They're just going to be plastic. I'm not sure they're going to be strong enough, because obviously you've got all that leverage on that point where it goes there. And then doing the same on the other side, repeat there, and then we're building up the tailplane with the fins and the rudders, and then we're strapping the wings on. Looks like you may be able to slide those wings on. And I did notice in the fuselage where the wings go is recessed, so you may be able to just push those wings in and then you can have it on display and then take them off for storage. And then we're adding our propellers, bits and pieces, and the actual tail plane on the end. So there we go. If you didn't see the recent Liberator book I did from Wing Leader on the RAF Coastal Command, very, very interesting to find out how they modified this aircraft through its life. Very interesting indeed. So, that being said, let's have a look at some plastic. Let me get the camera down and I'll get myself sorted. Okay, so fuselage halves. Obviously I'm going to be opening the bags on camera. Saves me doing lots and lots of editing, so I'll put the bags over there. So, fuselage halves. Very nice plastic as usual with Hobby Boss. Very nice indeed. We have all recessed detail. A tiny bit of damage on there, but that's not going to matter. And it's nice to see they've got the Davis wing. It is Davis wing, isn't it? They've got the Davis wing shape correct by the look of it. So nice to see. So they know their 1/32 scale is wrong. Will they change it? Nope. The 1/32 scale has almost like an even wing, so they've corrected that on this one. So that's one bonus over the 32nd scale kit. But we have this, yeah, all recessed detail. There's no raised detail at all. We've got raised strip there, and that is it. There's some raised, you can see some grills around the front there, and there's a raised strip there, but everything else is recessed. And it looks like it's not slide molded, or is it? It looks like there's some sort of seam there. You can see it in the, if I catch it in the light, you should be able to see it along here. So that's going to have to be sanded out. But the riveting, you can see here, the riveting kind of fades away. As with most kits, that's not really a criticism of Hobby Boss. You've got it here as well. There's a mark. It looks like maybe they had to slide mold this bit here for some reason. I don't know, but anyway, it looks like it's not slide molded. And you've got all the interior detail there. We've got, as we say, here we go, look, we've got a bomb bay absolutely crammed full of ejector pin marks. Maybe they'll be covered up by other parts, I don't know. But they're going to have to go. Nothing much ejector pin wise in the cockpit that's going to matter. Nose area is all good as well. Lots of ejector pin marks in the back here, which you may want to get rid of. Obviously, those are going to be covered by the ammo bins. The rest of them may be covered by other bits and pieces. But unfortunately for us, they're a pretty unavoidable pain in the bum. So, but no, it's you can see the detail on there. It's very crisp. It's very nice. It's very sharp, which you'd expect for a brand new kit. And we seem to be like 3 months down the road with this. And I was seeing reviews of this ages ago on YouTube, and I get mine from Hannants, and I think Hannants are probably one of, if not the first, to get their kits in the UK. But I've only just got this today. Today being, what is it today? Wednesday, the 22nd of May, 2024. It's Wing Nut Wings Wednesday. So we have lovely detail of the wings again, all recessed, no raised detail on there at all. The Airfix kit is actually better than this as far as detail goes. We've got the fabric ailerons, which are beautifully done. They're not overdone at all. You can see they're very, very subtle texture to them. But you can see on the wings we have all this recessed detail, but there's no raised detail at all, like on the Airfix. Inside the wing, got these great big ejector pads. Obviously they don't matter at all. You've got ejector pins in here, so if you have your flaps open, you may want to get that sorted. But yeah, nice to see they've got the form of the wing correct. I wish they'd upscale this and give us a nicer 32nd scale one. But the ailerons are one piece as well, and they seem to have avoided shrinkage. So hats off to them for that. They're bloody thick as well. You can see how thick they are. And they don't appear to have any shrinkage at all. If they did, it wouldn't really matter because you've got that lovely texture on there. Very nice indeed. 10 out of 10 for ailerons, 5 out of 10 for wings, unfortunately. What's this one here? This is flaps and stuff. So there we go. Some people comment my reviews are too detailed and everything. If you think it's too detailed, then fast forward or watch a simpler one. There will be simpler ones out there, I can assure you. So here we have our flaps. We have ejector pin marks in them, unfortunately. So if you're going to go flaps down, you're going to have better work to do. Flaps up, just bolt them on, job done. But we've got some lovely recessed detail on there. We've got some lovely recessed detail on our lower engine sections. Beautiful detail in there around the turbo superchargers. That's very nice. Lots and lots of recessed rivet detail on the bomb doors there. Ejector pin marks on the inside, which won't matter either way because they don't open like a normal bomb bay. They slide up the sides, so ejector pin marks are going to be not bothering you whether they're open or closed. Some bulkhead detail there, and then this is all that plumbing going into the sides of the bomb bay here. And as I said when I looked at the instructions, it'll be all nice as long as you don't have any ejector pin marks, and they have 1, 2, 3 in there, so you have to get rid of them. Perhaps a little puddle or something of super glue will sort them out. But no, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. So we have one of our, this is our first sprue here with the padding. So we're going to have some little fragile parts on here. Lots and lots of internal detail. This looks like the undercarriage bays here. Got some raised ribs. There's no rivet detail that I can see, but that's no problem. It's lovely. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And they've managed to do it with no ejector pin marks. Well done, Hobby Boss. Yeah, there are no, you've got some on there, but I don't think that's going to matter. But on these ribs, there's nothing on there. They've managed to do them with no, hang on, there is one there. I'm not going to complain about that. There is one there. That's it. Oh, there's one there in that corner as well. Unless that's supposed to be there. Maybe that's a hole that's supposed to be there. But they are, no, they are very, very nice indeed. So what have we got in here? I wonder if I can slide this off. Just in case I decide to sell this one on. So there we go. We have our, there's the supports for the bomb bay. That's the bottom of the bomb bay doors there. It's sort of part of the fuselage structure. There's that piece that goes in the bottom that the belly turret goes up into, instrument panel. Parts of the interior, got our wheels there. Nice to see they've got them on centre Airfix. Yeah, slide mould in there on the end. Instrument panel looks acceptable. I mean, you're not going to see much of the interior. I wouldn't bother going and buying massive interiors and everything for this. In 48 scale, the biggest window is going to be like that big. They're all very small. Depends how clear they are. They probably will be very, very nice. But yeah, that's the structure there for the nose wheel bay. That's a bulkhead that's going to go somewhere. I can't think where. That's probably going in the nose area. So yeah, very nice indeed. Such thoughtful packaging. I just love the way they do this. No need to get these out really. We have some gorgeous detail on there on the elevators, and we'll get them out because the detail is that good. It's worth showing you. You can see there we've got the tailplane, double fins, rudders, very nicely detailed. That raised detail on there you can see on those rudders is gorgeous. And on here on the elevators as well, the little trim tab actuator as well. Or is that a servo? Is it a trim tab or a servo? But yeah, raised detail, rivet detail, recessed rivet detail, raised panel detail. That is beautiful. Accuracy, I don't know, but as moulded, looks very, very nice indeed. It's a very attractive proposition, this kit. This it looks like a very interesting build. It's got lots and lots of detail, lots going on. and very thoughtfully made. So we've got a little bit of raised detail there, but other than that, it's just all recessed. So as I say, the Airfix one has gone to the trouble of the recessed and raised detail. Of course, saying that, if Airfix used a current flying aircraft, it may have had stiffener plates added, which is why it's got the raised detail. So I could be, I could stand to be corrected. And of course, the B-25H is the Airfix kit. This is the J. I believe they're identical, other than the nose. But yeah, see on there, very, very nice detail. I've just had a thought, actually. I've just had a thought. No, we don't. I was wondering if we are armour plated on the cockpit, but we don't. I wonder if maybe we should. If that's the case, somebody like Edward will come out with a photo etched armour plate. So here we have two of these sprues. So these are our propellers. They don't look right, I must be honest, they look too small. They look very wide on the blades. They don't look right. We'll have to have a look at that. Yes, so I was mistaken. I was thinking it was twin engines. I'm sure this is twin engines. I'm just going to go and have a look and find out what the prop diameter should be, because they just don't look right to me. The engines are, for 2024, they're pathetic. Okay, the Airfix 1/72 engines are nicer than that. They are pathetic. Turbo superchargers are nice. You can see you've got the top half there, the bottom half there, so when you put them together you get an open exhaust, bit of clean up and fill work to do on there. But you've got the inner part of the cowling there, so that's going to go inside to give you the fairing. And yeah, obviously we've got two of those, as you can see. I'm just going to go and quickly check what the engines are in this and what the prop diameter should be. Okay, so they did have 1830 twins. I get confused because, of course, the B-25 had the twins, the B-17 had the singles, and then the B-24 had the twins. That's why I keep losing it, and I'm getting old. Prop diameter is perfect, but those blades just look too fat to me. Maybe I'm wrong, they just don't look right. But yeah, the diameter is perfect. So they've got that right. They messed that up on the 32nd scale. But those engines, I mean, when you compare those to the engines in any modern day kit, they are very, very poor. Look how soft they are. They're horrible. I expect the monogram engines are nicer than that, or at least the same, and that's a bloody 1960s kit, or even 50s, isn't it? Anyway, I shouldn't grumble. So the aftermarket will jump all over. There'll be resin engines for this everywhere already. So here we have the Bombay roof, which is beautifully detailed. We've got the cabling there. We have that main spar, which is good. We have I think that's the floor of the nose area there. And that's one of the bulkheads. So yeah, you can see very, very nice indeed. Lovely job. That Bombay roof is gorgeous. You can see the shape of the lower section of the wing there as it followed through. And then here finally for the main box we have a sprue which is completely covered because it is a million tiny parts. So we will actually cut the tape on this one and then I'll retape it up. But you just think of the time and the effort that Trumpeter Hobby Boss go to. You know, they've got somebody sat there doing this manually, and it's just, you know, it's so thoughtful when you compare it to the likes of, you know, someone like Revell who will put 3 or 4 sprues in one bag. It's like that, you know, some of the 32nd scale kits, they're in a massive box and it's all just floating around, smashing the shit up against each other. So yeah, right, so here we have 2 of these sprues. Obviously this is sprue T, so we've got seats, no belts obviously, looks like seat frames. We have oxygen bottles in abundance. We have bombs in abundance, bomb tails in abundance. We don't know, we do have the little propellers for the front of the bombs, you can see there. And great big ejector pin mark in the middle of the bomb tail, so you have to get rid of that if you're that way inclined. We have the 50 cal there in 2 halves, which is very unusual. Got the breeches in halves. Look, I'd thoroughly recommend replacing these with gas patch or something. Flexible with the rear handle. I'm hoping, if you're wondering why I haven't been working on my 148 scale B-17, I have asked them to do the guns with the ball on for the nose and everything, and they are going to do them. But obviously it takes time and development. But they are going to do them, so I'm not working on that model until I've got those guns. So yeah, very, very nice indeed. Hopefully they'll do a set for this. I've asked Gas Patch to do a set for the B-17, the same as we have from Edward, but get them right instead. So there we go. So that's that one. That's lovely. Right, that's the main box taken care of. So now we've got this little pizza box, as you can see. So we have this little sprue here. I'm not going to bother getting it out. We have the cockpit floor there with the ribbing on it. Sorry, cockpit floor there, and then here's another floor with some ribbing on. We have this is the undercarriage, the front undercarriage bay roof, and as you can see, loads of ejector pin marks to get rid of there. I'm just looking, are they all ejector pin marks? Not sure. Check your references, some of them may be actually lightning holes or something. But there we go, so that's all your interior floor detail there. I'm going to save that. That's a clear sprue, and I'm going to save that. It's clear sprue. See if they've messed it up. I doubt that they have, because they've learnt from the first one. But, yeah, I hope this wasn't the same team that work on the A26 from Hobby Boss, because that was just a joke. So we have here a bag of protective parts, so I'm going to slide that across there. So we can see here we have turret parts, which are very, very nice, very, very flimsy. You have to be very careful with the cleanup on them. These turrets actually look a lot nicer than the 32nd scale ones. But we shall see. There's a seat there with ejector pin marks in it, so they're going to have to go. And there's the ammo rings for the nose turret there. Little bulkhead there for perhaps the nose, I'm not sure. And then we've got some more there. They're the handles for the backs of the machine guns there. And you can see we've got the machine guns again with the breech in 2 parts. I don't know why they've done that. And that looks like the seat for the bomb aimer and the bomb aim sight, the bomb sight. So that's all very very nice and crisp. Again, I would thoroughly recommend for this, if you really are that fussy, aftermarket engines, aftermarket guns for sure, because these are not very nice, and aftermarket wheels, because it's got Vidal tyres. Some people like Vidal tyres, I don't know why, but they do. Most modelers can't stand them, and I'm in that bank of people. So here we have more flimsy little turret parts. Very, very nice. You can see the little control boxes there that are going to go inside. There's the grab handles for the turrets. Really, really nice. Nice detail on there. Vinyl tyres, vinyl ammo belts. I didn't notice actually, do the tyres have any lettering on them? No. And they're not diamond tread either. So they're vinyl, they've got no lettering and they don't have the correct tread pattern on them. So yeah, they're really good. So here we have some more little interesting parts. Looks like turret parts. Oh, this is greasy, this one. Interior parts, camouflage, cockpit parts. Undercarriage legs, they do look very, very chunky and very sturdy, so they may well be strong enough. There's that shelf that's going on one of the bulkheads. This looks like turret parts here. You can see lots of lovely little detail bits on there. You see the undercarriage legs look nice. Looking at those, I don't think you're going to need metal gear because they also have a support on the side. But the beauty of this, if you do use these and they break, it would be very easy to swap them out for metal ones. Don't bother with the white metal ones, they're softer than the plastic, but hopefully somebody will bring some out in brass or bronze. But yeah, very nice. Last but one little bag of greeblies. So as you can see, lots and lots to go into this kit. This would look great. You imagine this sat next to the Hong Kong models B-17, the B-25, and then this there as well. At last we've got a nice modern B-24 that all looks pretty good. I'm sure in the comments below everyone's going to tell me that it's all wrong. But now these guns here, you see, these are for the turrets, and they're not. They've moulded the breeches in one piece. What's going on? Why do they do that? Nose gear looks very strong as well. It's going to take a lot of nose weight, so the gear is going to have a lot of work to do. There's a turret base. That's the support ring for the ball turret. There's parts for the ball turret there. You can see those guns. They have the cooling jackets on them and everything. But as I say, I would thoroughly recommend, you know, aftermarket gas patch, or you can use these breeches and buy some master barrels. But the beauty of the gas patch guns or using the master barrels is you can put these in the turrets and then fit the barrels after. You don't have to fit the barrels straight away, and that's the golden thing. And that's what I want from gas patch is the guns with the ball on the front, so I can mount them in the nose of the B-17, and then after it's all finished I can just pop the barrels in, which is what I thought I could do with the Edward ones, but then they got the balls halfway up the barrels, didn't they? Can't win. Anyway, here we go. Right, so it's quite a long review this one, isn't it? Still, there's a lot of parts to talk about. I just got caught up. There we go. So this is the final grey bag, and you can see on there, people tell you that there's no oil on sprues. Here we go. See it on there? I don't know if you can see that on there. There you go. See that oil on there? I can wipe it with my finger and it smears it away. Same on there. Same on here. That's when you need some of this one. Modeller's World Model Degreaser. Absolutely awesome. In fact, I'm going to show you now. I'll get some of this onto here. Let's get some on a cotton bud. This, I think this is basically automotive panel wipe. But we can just wipe that around there. Wipe it on there, wipe it over there. You can see more, but there's more of it here. You can see all this oil on there. Let me catch it in the light, get the reflection. Come on, where's the reflection? Going to show me it. There you go, you can see it there. We can just wipe it away with the Modeller's World Degreaser. Job done. You can see now it's all gone on those parts. There's more on here. It's everywhere. It needs a wash. It's everywhere, all over the sprue. It's covered in oil. But, there we go. So we've got nose gear doors. They're very nice. No ejector pin marks on the inside. Thank you, Hobby Boss. Got the ammo bins there, slide molded. Put them in as they are and then slot the guns in after. Don't put the guns in when they tell you. Bomb racks. Again, very simple for a modern kit, but if you've got bombs in there, you're not going to see them. But also it's nice to see they don't have an ejector pin marks on them. Pitot tubes there. All in all, it's a lovely model, I must be honest. It really is. It's a very attractive proposition. It's sort of shouting, build me! But I can't do any more projects at the moment. Right, so let's have a look at here. We have a clear sprue. So here we go. These are going to be lovely. So there's your nose blister, as it were. You can see they're very, very nice and clear. If I grab this bag here with the masks in, we can see there's minimal distortion. We can see also that it's very, very clear. So that's going to be nice. You'll be able to look up inside there and see your nose detail. You've got your side windows there. Because of their shape, they've got a bit of distortion. That teardrop there is gorgeous. That's really nicely done. That is crystal clear. So yeah, very nice indeed with those parts. We're going to put them straight back in their foam, going that way, so that they don't get damaged. Here we go. I can deal with them in a minute. And then here we have clear parts, not even in a bag, they're just wrapped in the foam. Don't quite know why they've done that, but we shall see. So just take this out of here. Careful not to catch any of the parts as you pull them out of the bag. Now then, look at that. That's some of the thinnest sprues I've ever seen. That is stunning. Look at that cockpit glazing. So if you do add cockpit detail, you can have tiny windows to look through, but what you have got there is as good as it's going to get. We've got our nose turret there. Again, we're going to have a seam right down the middle, which is unfortunate. I don't know why they can't do it as a top and a bottom. So again, aftermarket all over that one. We have the upper turret there. Looks like the frame is a separate piece going on there. And then we have the rear turret there. Again, seam going right across the middle on the clear bit. So they didn't listen to the modelling world when we talked about that. They've got rid of the frosty bit, which is great, but we've still got a seam in the middle. So the aftermarket will jump all over that. So keep your eyes open. I can't remember the name of the company now. I got my my clear ones from, but look out for them, and they will. I did a review of them, I think. In fact, I'll grab them for you now, and we'll have a look at them. Hang on. Okay, so here's the 30-second scale ones, and as you can see, they've made them in one piece, so you don't have this seam across the top. You can see there's the tail turret. If you can see with this one here, you're going to have a seam going across the middle there, whereas it should just be clear. So that is the problem. These are from a company called Cold War Studio, 32006 and 32007. They're for your Hobby Boss kit. You can, I'm sure they will do these as well, because if they 3D printed that to make the mold, then they've got the program and they can just make this one. What I would like to see, yeah, it looks like Hobby Boss have done it again with the 30-second scale kit. Because of the thickness of the plastic and everything is all too close together. So as you can see here, the guns are really close together. And what Airfix have done, they've actually moulded the gun as part of the clear part very cleverly, so you can get them out. So we shall see about that. But no, they are absolutely gorgeous. So that's our clear part. I'm going to put those straight back in their bag because I do not want them to get damaged. So I'll put that tape down on there. But yeah, they are, I mean, it's like Hong Kong models. Clear parts are some of the best in the industry. They are absolutely awesome. Border Model's own clear parts are very, very nice. Certain manufacturers' clear parts are not very nice at all. And then finally here we have photo etch. So we have one sheet. So you can see we've got some bits and pieces there for the bomb bay. We have a control panel there by the look of it, and then we've got the ignition rings. So I'm not sure if that's ignition rings or yeah, it is ignition rings, isn't it? It's not push rods. So you can add those to your engines to sort of spark them up a bit. But as I say, there's going to be aftermarket 3D printed engines that are going to blow these out of the water. And then we've got a decal sheet here. I don't want to open this. Yes, I can, because it's not even sealed. It's got airbags, air holes in it. So I'll open this for your delectation. In fact, I'll try and cut the bag properly without cutting the paper. There we go. Get rid of that. So we have here, we have our window masks. And these are that normal sort of Hobby Boss paper. And they are die cut, so that's cool. So one up on Tamiya there, or Tamiya of old. Some tiny little masks here, so it's nice they've put them in. You know, they may not fit perfectly, but if they don't, just go around the edge with some masking fluid and let it capillary in. But be wary of them lifting because they are quite thick. And then here we have the decals, decals, whatever your flavour is. So we can just gently slice that away. Come on. There we go. And then you can see in here we've got our stars and bars. We've got overexposed. There you go, there's a naked lady for you there. And then here we've got sushi baby, is it? Can't read that. And then here we have some bear's heads or lion's heads, whatever they are. And we've got a man with a bomb. That's a witch with a bomb, witchcraft. And there we've got, is that Daffy Duck? And then we've got here some squirrels carrying bombs. Is that squirrels? Very, very nice indeed. But as I say, my experience with Hobby Boss decals is they're bloody awful. But there will be masking sets for this, I'm sure, and aftermarket decals. Well, there's already aftermarket decals in abundance for 1/48 B-24s. But there you go, you can see those there. They're very glossy. They've got a bit of carrier film on them. Not sure how good the white's going to be. I think I could even see through the white here now. So not sure how good that's going to be. But my advice, give them a go. Probably best not to use them. Go back and have a look at my 1/32 scale Hobby Boss Spitfire bow and look at the fun I had with them. Trying to get them to go down was just a joke. They're like leather. Anyway, there we are, that's that. Right, so that has been a review of the Hobby Boss 1/24 B-24J Liberator. Camera's down so I can't, actually I can because I can zoom back up, can't I? Oh no, I've moved it. Do the sprues. But there we go, that's the kit. 81774. Recommended, but not highly recommended, but recommended. As I say, resin wheels. If you're that fussed, resin engines, as you can see, you can't really see much of the engines anyway. But resin wheels, hopefully they'll do something with these turrets, the aftermarket, and just go from there really. Check out that top turret, because B-24's had a variation of top turrets, and this is the Emerson one, I think, isn't it? It's the Emerson. The same as on the A20, which is just clear. There's no frame. But on the B-24J, the 32nd scale one, it's got a load of framework in it, which shouldn't be there, I don't think. But anyway, yeah, it's a lot nicer than the 32nd scale kit. Don't be put off by this because of what you've seen me or other people say about the 32nd scale kit. It's a lot nicer than that. The wing shape is correct. They don't have the armour panels here. I'm not sure if they should or not. They didn't all have them. Worth checking out if the plane you're building's got them. Airfix have certainly got them moulded on, and you can sand them off if you want to. But with here, you don't have the option. So no doubt the aftermarket will come along with photo etch ones you can glue on. So there we go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all soon. Don't expect me to be building this anytime soon, because I won't be. As much as I would like to, it looks very inviting. But I've got enough on the plate at the moment. I need to get the border model Lancaster finished, and I need to get the A20 back on the bench. I also have a group build coming up, and another project which I'm working on, and another project coming down the pipeline. I have listened to you guys, and I'm going to be working on stuff that's kind of more mainstream than these £500–600 models that I've been working on. So anyway, I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.